15 signs showing that your third eye is opening. 15 signs that signifies that your spiritual eyes is being activated. 15 strange experiences you will surely have when your spiritual eyes is opening. Believe me, activation of third eye to an extent before I was like not comfortable with it because it makes you to see unknown and garner a kind of enemies, because you will be shocked that somebody that you think is your best friend may be your worst enemy. But with the recent reawakening and the extent of evil happening in our present world, I came to this realization that God did not actually put this third eye for fancy, that He actually put it for us to use it. And if it's important that for us to use it, we have to understand how we operate in order to live a victorious life. So by God's grace, in today's video, I'm going to teach you signs you will always experience when your third eye is opening. And then this is in relation to the recent video I dropped on how to activate your third eyes, so that when it start opening, you will know. And then I will also teach you what you will do to also improve its activations. If only you can follow me to the end of today's video, you will get that information. But please give a thumbs up to this video first of all. So welcome once again to Jenny Action TV. In this particular channel, I'll discuss 3 important variables which actually have safety and spirituality. Believe me, if you can understand and apply this 3 correctly in your life, the sky will not be your limit, it becomes your starting point. If this is the very first time you're landing in this channel, you're highly welcome. Please do wait to hit the red subscribe button and the bell notification so that YouTube will always notify you once I upload a new video. For my returning subscribers, I love you so much. Thank you for always stopping by. For my new timers, if you are looking for any video, just go through the search button in YouTube and type Jenny Action TV / maybe third eye / spiritual eyes. You get the past videos I've made and you watch and get some value. So without actually wasting your time, let's delve into the video of today. Third eye is called spiritual eyes. It is also called the partial dormant part of pineal gland, and the pineal gland is located here, which is the P-shaped gland that is in between the hemisphere of our brain. And this third eye actually secretes 2 hormones called serotonin and melatonin, which are hormones that enables us to collect information from metaphysical and bring it to the physical. And you already know that hormone is secretions of ductless and endocrine gland. All our body, it is functionality is full of different hormones. And you notice that also this hormone work well with light and a kind of water. And that is why one of the ways that you can easily activate your third eye is using portal of light, like facing the early morning sun, because early morning sun to an extent is combination of dews, which is water and light. Again, opening of third eye actually makes it possible for you to see the things that ordinary optical eyes cannot see, and actually makes you to have feelings that normal human beings cannot feel. You begin to feel beyond physical. And you know one thing, because this world we are is a spiritual world, and we human beings are spiritual beings, to an extent there is need for us to activate our a kind of spiritual eyes, because it will help us to understand more of spiritual communication signals and always live a victorious life. Because pineal gland have connection with brain, opening of third eye does not only awaken your eyes to see, it also makes you to begin to hear. Like there's somebody always complaining this channel that she hears strange voices. That thing is called clairaudience. It means that you have the gift of hearing directly from the spiritual world. And if she manage that gift very well and pray very well for God to take over that gift, it means that God will be speaking to her directly, and she will hear, giving her instruction directly, and any form of information that is a kind of communicated about her, she will know about it and know how to move. Imagine where maybe she had that there is gang up against her concerning travel she wants to make, that she will have accident. Will she make that travel again? She will not make. So I encourage that person to pray very well and ask God to take over that particular hearing of strange voices, so that she will use it and then better her life and the life of her family. So quickly, in order to not to make the video long, these are the things that you will experience when your third eye is opening. Is one, it seems that you always read people's mind. When people are around you, what they are thinking right inside their heart, you are hearing it audibly. And that is why people that are enemy of those that are pretending to be your friend, when they are around you and then in their mind they are also communicating another evil against you, you'll be hearing it audibly. And at the end of the day, because you have already known what is in their mind, they cannot easily perpetrate such evil because you already know how to dodge them. Another one is that you will always feel some form of pleasure in this particular part of your face, which is where the pineal gland is located, because there is activities going on there trying to open it, and that is what enables you to see what ordinary eyes cannot see. Another thing is that you will notice that sometimes you are feeling strange headache to an extent, and that strange headache is because your brain is processing a lot of information both physically and spiritually, and as a result of it, well, you can't help but your body trying to adjust to that new life that your body has a kind of drift to. Another one is that you will always hear strange voices. Sometimes when some spirits are around, maybe because you have a very active guardian, they don't want to get you scared, and then your eyes is not open at that time to see them, you begin to hear what is being communicated, and most of the time maybe something that relates to you. So if there is any evil plan underground in the spiritual world, because you are now living in between physical world and spiritual world, you will always decode it. And again, you will always to an extent predict what will happen next. You may come out in the morning, there is no sign of rain, but already all your feelings, you're already seeing rain. In fact, when you are looking, others are not feeling anything, but immediately you look at the atmosphere, you see rain, you will now say that rain will fall, and before you know it, rain will always fall. You will also begin to become more sensitive to light and sound, that you will always see light passing in front of you to an extent, and that light is coming with different colors. Sometimes it will be a sign of danger, maybe a red light, black light, or any other light, and then you will now become conscious of it. And also you are now sensitive to sound, and because of your sensitivity to sound, any small noise is a kind of a distraction around you, because to an extent you are now communicating more with divine energies than physical energies. So any noise around your physical environment is a big distraction. So then you will now begin to see yourself that you're always withdrawn, you want to be alone, you want to be where there is quiet, because the more time you spend where the environment is quiet, the more information you will decode spiritually. So this is one reason why you will always want to find yourself where there is quietness and there is no noise. You will also begin to get deeper understanding about life. You will come to understand that nothing, absolutely nothing that happens in this universe we find ourselves, that is actually by accident, that most of them are orchestrated, prepared, and deliberately planned and executed, and that you will now notice that most of these plans are actually done in underground in the spiritual world and then communicated physically, and before you know it, somebody will start behaving. You think that it's by chance, you never knew that it was carefully manipulated. And that's why if you're a good Christian, Bible will always tell us that all things work together for good to them that love God. So even the negative things that is happening around you is working together for your own good, and if you harness and align yourself with it, you will discover that you will never make mistake in the journey of your life and destiny, because actually nothing happened by chance. Everything is deliberately and pre-planned. They are all a kind of conceived spiritually and they manifest physically. That is why I pity those who doesn't care about spiritual life. Start caring about your spiritual life, neglect the physical, and see what will happen. The physical will actually take care of itself. Most of the times we notice that once you close your eyes in the name of sleeping, whether in the daytime or in the night, you will now notice that you must start seeing light immediately, start seeing different types of signs. Maybe you begin to see colors, you begin to see maybe human being doing one thing or the other. And because of this, sometimes you find it difficult to sleep because a lot of information is being processed in your body and processed in your brain. And that is one reason why you must have garlic under your pillow to kind of subdue that particular a kind of event that is going on in your head into equilibrium, because if not, you start suffering from insomnia, because everything that have advantage have disadvantage. This is also one disadvantage of actually a kind of activation of your third eye. And again, you can't help but find strange thing. And when you find it, can you stand it? That is, for example, you may come out and see somebody with 7 heads. For example, there was a time we are doing special fasting and praying program, 30 days January program. I was the first person to come for the midnight prayer because we organized the midnight prayer with all my children and my husband. What I saw was angel wearing white and was sitting right there in the parlor, like waiting for us. Somebody, if you don't have control of yourself, you may shout unnecessarily in that 12 midnight. But to an extent, fear departed from me. It didn't even do me as if I see anything. And most of the times in my room, even presently, whenever a strange spirit enters, I will have the feeling, I will begin to see it to an extent. Then I will quickly get up, probably scatter a maybe rice, or I kind of quickly get my alligator paper, start showing it and spreading it. And now I begin to also say, I cover myself, brother Jesus, I cover this room with brother Jesus, and the thing will vanish. So what am I trying to say? You can't help to see strange things at one point in time, but try to control your emotions. Even if you are passing and you notice people having meeting, when you are sure there's no physical meeting going on, maybe in the side where you're living, just leave them and pass. Like one woman that is a spiritualist complained to me, he packed into a new house. He noticed that every night spiritual meeting is going on with the landlord of that house, yet they will not see them physically having that meeting, only her because of her gift. So she was I say, just ignore them, pretend as if you don't know what is happening, because if they find out that you have seen them, your head may enter. So you can't help to see some strange things. Another thing is that you will begin to have this type of a kind of what we call telepathy. When somebody is discussing somewhere, maybe very far, you may be abroad, somebody is in Nigeria talking about you, your mind will now be linked to that person, as if you are responding to that person, as if you and that person is actually discussing, as if you are in the middle of that discussion, and because of it, you are hearing everything that they are saying. And that's why you can easily dictate whatever evil plan anybody have against you and be able to escape it. Or if there's any good plan, also you also be the first person to benefit. Another thing is that you will notice that you have lost appetite to certain food, because actually food has certain vibrations in our lives, certain vibes that when energies around you change, there is tendency that the food that you normally like, you will not like it. It will also change. Now, when your third eye is opening, one of the things that happens to you is that you notice that the type of food you normally like, you may not like it. You will see that if you are the one that likes processed food, you will start being more of a vegetarian. You will now like to be more of a natural person. Everything you want to consume will now become a kind of more natural things. You will find it hard to eat artificial things. You find it hard to enjoy what others are enjoying, like going to buy ice cream, eating indomie, eating spaghetti. But you see yourself from one vegetable to the other, from one material that comes from nature to the other. That is what you would like to be interplaying with. That is what you would like to be consuming. Another thing is that almost all your dream becomes a message. Then you have to pay attention to every detail in your dream. Whosoever you see in your dream, whatever had happened in that dream, most of it is no longer, it's not the one they call malaria dream, you just dream anyhow. No, you will see that all your dreams are conscious messages that is given to you. So you cannot afford to joke with any single of your dream. If you don't understand any dream, you have to look for a dream interpreter to interpret it. Any special gift that you are endowed with, spiritual gift, will begin to manifest to a higher dimension. And that is where those that are highly spiritually gifted come into a kind of play, because those people need activation of their third eye in order for their gift to manifest very well. And apart from that, every human being is endowed with one spiritual gift or the other. Some have gift of healing, that even if it's water they give you, you are already healed. Some have gift of working of miracles, something that seems that is impossible. When it comes to them, it will verify. Some have gift of a kind of vision. Before anything must happen, they will see it. So you see that all your spiritual gift will be activated, because your life is now more spiritual than physical. And you remember, we are talking of spiritual eyes here. And apart from that, every of your being becomes a kind of communication to you. Your feelings alone becomes communication. Whenever you come out and then maybe there is no rain, you begin to feel unnecessary cold. That tells you there will be rain. You don't have any shot than do and get your umbrella or prepare for it. Why others are not feeling anything, everything. When you want to maybe travel, you're already feeling that there will be accident, and that will happen. For every feeling you have, it will happen exactly. And that is another sign that your third eye is opening. So please, If you have any sign you have experienced in all this sign I have talked about, kindly drop it in the comment section. And if you have more information, can actually drop in the comment section. We are all here to learn from one another. So with this, I've actually come to the end of today's video, believing that someone has actually found value. If you're one of them, why not give this video a thumbs up? Don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you have not done so. Hit the bell notification so as to get my next upload. Comment on this video, share this video and channel to everyone. You might actually be helping a lot of people as you do so. May God bless you, honor you, and cause you to ride upon the high places of this earth. See your Lady Jane is saying bye bye.